All right, audience. According to my notes, this might actually be episode 12. Connor's sick, and he's so sick he actually stayed up all night and didn't sleep. So
that's right.
Just another week with Connor. He got here like 15 minutes early, and I'm spending the whole time like running around, updating, patching stuff. My hard drive is running at 100%, so like my computer is barely functioning while there's a Steam update going on. The whole time, Connor's just here waiting for me.
Yep, waiting here and drawing. That's what I do.
Sure, he is drawing. Seems like White Ash is going pretty well. Last time I looked,
we're very happy with how it's going. Yeah, we're pretty surprised.
How can you be surprised? Isn't it almost as successful as every other one has been so far?
Oh, it's way more successful than.
Oh, it's way more successful.
Yeah. So
then let me say
we're
this.
Delighted. You know.
I'm glad that my name starts with an A, so I'll be at the part of the backers where you're still interested in reading. You know, before you hit like the Fs and you're like, wow, there's like 700 Fs. I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, you're always first. I think maybe we might have had some symbols. You know, people go for like exclamation point, number sign, and that gets first, but most often you're right there at the top.
I know, Connor. Actually, I don't know because the last couple I've just left completely. Oh, no, I read the PDF.
Yeah, the PDF is there, so.
Then I leave my actual copy unopened. You know.
That's smart.
Is it smart though? I don't know shit about comics. I have baseball cards that I've had for like 30 years. I'm 35. I've had them for about 30 years. They are in the baseball. It's like a long white cardboard container. I haven't opened it in about 28 years. They could look like they're dead. Like something ate them. I don't know. But one day I'm going to open it up and do something with them.
Yeah,
probably the people who were like rookie of the year have had their full careers now and are retiring. 30 years is a long time.
If there's moisture in there, you kind of want to take it out because
I mean, it's been everywhere with me, and I've made no attempts to contain or control it in any way whatsoever.
One thing that I know from holding comic book pages is that if you put in those little packets that you get, little like
silica,
the silica packets, yeah, you put those in there, it's going to absorb the moisture, keeps them dry.
Sure. Well, I like the Star Wars tabletop RPG, the FFG one, but all 3 of my books are ruined now because of moisture. After there was a leak in the unfinished part of my basement.
No,
they're donezo. So speaking of, you were asking me how my week was. Let me start by asking you. Do you remember what we were doing?
Yeah. I mean, I know I
think I just killed my father, right?
That's correct.
He's dead now. But where do I go from here?
You probably go back to the the room,
Oh, upstairs. Yeah, that makes sense.
Upstairs,
Yeah.
Let me just get up the guide. I have it here.
All right. So, as you may know, my studio and the place where I lived most of my life is in the basement of my house.
Correct.
And it has a device called the poop ejector. And I guess that it's a pressurized pump meant to take things that are on this floor and shoot them up to the first floor to join the general waste products, right? So anyway, that thing has burned out after 7 years of operation. So now, if I want to wash my hands or go to the bathroom or take a shower, I have to go to the first floor now, which means I'm spending a lot of time opening the door, which means it's now Amore's finest hour. She's everywhere all the time. Every time I'm like, do I think I can hold it in for another 2 hours?
I mean, is Amore that much of a...
Yeah, she's a super nuisance. She's awful. So every time I see her now, she's programmed herself to believe that she should get cat treats. All right. Now she's seeing me like 2 or 3 times as many times a day. She wants me to throw the cat treats, but then she doesn't eat them, which is weird because she'll eat basically anything anytime. She just has too many cat treats now, but she won't eat the ones, and they're getting stale, and then I have to sweep them up. This guy can't come early enough Monday morning to end this hell for me. It's not great. It's not great. I'm an old man as well, and I don't want to go too much into that, but sometimes us old guys, we got to go to the bathroom like 2 or 3 times in the middle of the night. And Amore doesn't sleep ever, so, you know,
So
it just makes everything worse, yeah. Alright. We've been on a winning streak lately. We'll win the next battle too. Let's do it, just like we did in your father. Beyond the fortress of Lorimar lies the warriors' village where I was born. Oh, this is the guy we're talking to. Commander Tyr, our forces have already liberated the domains of Quanda Rosman in the south and Milik Oppenheimer in the west. The Liberation Army continues to increase in force daily. Meanwhile, insurgencies are breaking out all over the land, and the Imperial Army has its hands full. This is probably because the news of the defeat of Teo McDull's army is spreading. To quell the rebellion, the Empire is gathering together all of its rural forces. As a result, several regions are poorly protected. Our best plan would be to catch the Imperial Army off guard and unite the various rebel factions throughout the country. I agree with Lapont's statement. Oh shit. Oh, no. I remember her, because I said she had the Christina V voice, which I can't do, but that's what she sounds like. According to my sources, Imperial troops were seen pulling out of the Lorimar region. The fortress of Lorimar, gateway to the region, is poorly protected. I agree. Why did this guy even talk? I hate these characters. Man, I did read several articles about Guts lately, which is incredible considering I don't know anything about Guts.
Yeah, that's weird. Why?
Yeah, I'll tell you about it once we're done with these weird conversations where we all agree to kill people. How about it, Tyr? Oh no, sorry, he's a blah 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 blah. All right, what's the guide say before we do this?
I mean, it's up to you if you want to like do any kind of character stuff. Let me just check, verify that.
I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be like you should level.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, you can go ahead.
Okay. Lorimar, eh? Been a while. Wow. Okay, so we just teleport there, no problem. There are several arcs of this game where that would have been great. Holy shit. That's strange. No answer at all. Could it be a trap? I don't know. Kasumi, will you scout the place? Yes, sir. Size doesn't mean anything. Oh, sorry. Immediately.
What?
It's the Timo song. You don't know about this?
No, I don't know that.
Timo, it's legal. Don't worry. Not a lot of people will know this. The Sim Gratina remix. Master Tyr, the fortress is empty. The Imperial troops are nowhere to be seen. We should plant our flag and say, Operation successful. Region liberated. What is the meaning of this? Let's go check it out. Great. Victor in my party again. Awesome.
Victor's great.
Okay, so they dug up all the dead bodies. That's usually a pretty bad sign. Why are you laughing?
Because it's just like, yeah, it's a really bad sign.
Yeah. Something's very wrong here. Before we advance any further, we should scout the place. Take me with you, Master Tyr. Oh, God. The deaths of Gremio, Master Teo. So much has happened. I'd like to be in battle so I can try to forget. Besides, I can't let Pawn upstage me. Now, do we need Pawn any further? It's not that he's bad, it's just, you know, I was trying to choose the new team.
Yeah.
Alright, so Kai's in.
You're like Kai, definitely Kai.
I mean, being able to wipe out the whole enemy team is pretty nice.
I'd be surprised if eventually you don't have to have Flick, but it doesn't say anything about that here, so. Oh, are you level 35? We could go back and get a key. I don't know, we have to find.
We did, didn't we?
No, I don't think we did.
Who's this? Is that the guy that's by the docks that's like, you need to be 2 levels higher in order to...
Yeah, that's the...
I'm not ready for that yet. I thought you said you needed to be level 40 for that.
Maybe. Maybe I did. Let me check.
All right. I think we said one of those new elves was really strong, right?
Yeah, you need to be level 40. Ruby, yeah, Ruby is pretty good.
Ruby. Yeah. All right.
And really with that you have a lot of magic.
Who do I want for that last spot, I guess? Is there anyone that combos with Victor or Cleo with like a double attack?
No. What I will say is eventually we'll be adding some more people to your party, so like I wouldn't like hem and haw over it too much.
Okay. I'm gonna pick Camille then.
Yeah.
It's time to make her a main party member. I believe in her. After not having any goddamn magic for like the whole game, now I'm just, my cup overflows. All right, it's great.
Yeah.
All right, we need to get her better gear if she proves to be a useful ally. So she seems like she's one of the mid-tier, like half archer, half magician types, which is why I'm like,
Camille? I think she
was also partnered with Gremio, right? She was like his romantic interest for all 10 seconds he existed.
You know, that I'm not sure about. That seems like an unconfirmed theory.
Oh, am I going the wrong way?
No, you're going the right way, but you do want to go back in immediately.
Okay.
Talk to that guy.
My job is cutting the heads off criminals, but as you can see, business has been slow lately. All I do is cut off heads. That's all I know. Are you sure? You're a strange guy. Alright then, I'll come along. I'll enjoy the sunlight for a change. Now what he doesn't know is that we're putting him in the kitchen in the cabbage department. See, because we need a food that we can feed, you know, thousands of people quickly that's still good and nutritious. So the only heads he's going to be chopping is heads of cabbage. So that we can make street tacos for the troops. You know, you get a little red cabbage, get a nice little sauce going, throw whatever meat you have in the area, maybe like, you know, a couple of other vegetables. You get a nice filling hearty meal that looks bigger than it really is.
Right. I'm imagining like a mayo sriracha sauce or something.
Oh, sure. I'm not actually into sriracha. I like a lot of spicy stuff, but I don't like sauces like sriracha or Tabasco overall. Is that weird? It feels like it's weird.
I don't like sriracha myself, but I like Frank's. Sriracha is a little sweet, and I'm not a fan
Oh,
of
you
that.
mean Frank's Red Hot?
Frank's, yeah, Frank's Red Hot sauce.
Do you put that shit on everything?
I do, in fact. Pretty much put that shit on everything. So you want to go to the far left dot on your map.
Far left, huh? Alright.
Yeah, you're not 40 yet, so you can get... You'll be 40 soon, the way things are going.
Ooh.
These look like tough fights.
You think these are tough fights?
Well, I mean, you're not, like, absolutely decimating them, so that's unusual for this game. Check out the Earth Rune. I never actually used anyone with the Earth Rune. Yeah, these aren't tough.
Connor, you're not actually decimating them, Hughes, right here.
Yeah, well, hey, like, before they were all going down in one hit, now they're going down in, like,
Alright, well,
2 hits.
Camilla's got 8 levels already, so...
Nice.
These guys aren't a joke. Am I a joke to you? So, there's a new smartphone game that's coming out soon. That'll be similar to Fate Grand Order in that it says that it has a huge storyline. It's going to be available internationally and will be waifu based. But instead of like a card game, it's a shooter where you like interact with the screen to shoot and stuff. And I'm slightly interested in it, but it's like 100% about butts, dude. It makes no attempt to hide the fact that, wow, we're going really long without having a battle, huh? Now I'm stuck talking about butts. I was thinking there would just be a comedic interruption and I'd never talk about it again. Holy shit, Connor, what's going on here?
You're caught in an infinite loop.
I don't know.
Yeah, so I see the problem. You're more of a tits man, and so
I don't listen. I just wanted it to put me in a random battle so I wouldn't have to explain. But second off, I don't know that is strictly true. I would contest that.
Okay.
I wouldn't go at lengths to talk about my preferences, but I would say that individual character attributes are useless. If you appreciate a character as a work of art, you need the whole character. And for me, people are like, hey, look at this random waifu image, I think you'll like it. And I'm like, I feel nothing for this. I don't know their personality because I've been burned so many times before. And the last one was Scotty, and I'm never gonna let it happen again. My heart has changed because of Scotty now.
I don't know who Scotty is, but
Scotty's from FGO. For years, I was like, I'm gonna look forward to Scotty so much. She's gonna be amazing. Everything's gonna be great. And then I got, like, when you get her as a servant, she's like super cool and stuff. But when you face her in FGO, she's actually like a super fascist witch. She's like, all right, well, I'm going to keep 10,000 humans alive and raise them as pets. And then I'm going to kill the rest of the human race. And then we show up and she's like, oh, so you brought a couple more humans, huh? Let me go kill 2 of mine and you can join my colony. Like, she's super duper evil. And I was like, wow, this woman's disgusting. I hate her. All right. I'm just recruiting this person, right?
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I think some people like the evil characters, right? So,
but she was unlikably evil. Listen, there are some villain characters that I like. I for years I've said that Scar is probably one of the best Disney characters that's ever been written.
I mean, he did have that fascist scene with the
Yeah,
hyena.
but he wasn't like, man, you know what we should do? We should kill all humans, right? He still ruled the people of the savannah. He was just not the best manager of everybody's time. He gave, the majority of the resources to his political party, the people who got him elected to his position, which were the hyenas, who had endless stomachs, right?
He wasn't elected, strictly speaking. He inherited the throne.
Sure, but it's a good metaphor for the situation, right? He took over because his hyenas backed him, right? They were his gang, sure. They were his political party, and it's not a bad allegory for the situation, all right? He took the resources that normally would have gone to an ecosystem that didn't have hyenas and shunted the majority towards keeping his people happy, because that was his promise to them, that he would take care of them. Which really begs the question, why wasn't Mufasa taking care of the hyenas? Why was Mufasa a hyena exclusionist?
Because those hyenas are scavengers that don't work within the ecosystem. Like there are weeds and there are plants.
Wow.
Weeds take
Listen
over.
To this guy. So you listen. Like... Wow, you wanna talk about Scar being fascist? You're like, oh, they just don't belong among us. Yeah, well, Connor, you fucking Mufasa apologist here.
That's the premise of the movie. Look, I'm not. Don't shoot the messenger here.
Now look, I saw something recently where someone was like, Scar is definitely gay, because he was drawn by a gay artist. And I don't even know how to break that one down, right? Is every character drawn by someone who's gay automatically gay? That sounds so, like, that's just wrong.
Yeah.
Right? And second off, he has a kid. And a wife and a kid. The whole second movie is about the kid.
There's a second movie?
Yeah, there's Lion King 2. It's about the kid. Everybody, no, there's a great, Scar's kid. There's a great song where the whole savannah gets together and like exiles the kid because he also has a scar, and they're like, well, if you have a scar and your dad was Scar, you must be as bad as your dad. So like the whole story is, you're not really as bad as your dad. You're not beholden to the crimes of your parents, and that friendship and understanding is what's important.
The crimes of the father shall not be visited upon the son,
Hey, talk to me. I'm a gardener here. My name is Zen. A Zen gardener is what I am. You're asking me to join. How unusual. It'll be a pleasure. But first I have to finish my business here. Would you go and buy me a red, blue, and yellow flower seeds? They should have some at the supply store. Alright, well...
if you want to go back into the house, you missed one thing. I think that guy with the glasses, he asked for a book, and you can find the book in the library.
I see. Is there a supply store here where I can buy those seeds?
I believe so.
This isn't good enough? I brought you your book.
What's it say here? To the left-hand side where Morgan was, search the bookcase for Volume 3. Did you give him the book?
I have Volume 3, but he's not taking it from me.
Let's see. Or maybe you're not supposed to get him yet. Maybe you're just supposed to grab Book 3.
Okay.
Did you get...
I did. I have it in my inventory, Connor. Look, it's right there.
Okay. Alright then. And then you may have talked to Quincy back in Fortress Goron earlier in the game. Once you recruit Morgan, you'll have enough destinies before him, so you can get Quincy. You may not remember who Quincy is, In fact, I'm 100% sure you don't remember who Quincy is. But Quincy was on the same bridge that you found Kai on.
Why would you think I didn't remember that guy?
Because it's a girl.
Okay, well, I remember that there was somebody I couldn't get.
Sure.
Jeez, because it's a girl. That's what you sound like right now.
Yeah, it was a.
Look, I went back
Alex.
for Lorelei like fucking 30 times. All right, I remember these people, their locations, maybe not their names or faces or anything about them.
But you remember them as a token, a game asset too.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
All right, I don't know if this is even right.
That's
yeah,
right.
it was.
Yeah.
I'm Quincy. Right now, I'm just a hunter, but someday I'll make a name for myself. I'd like to be on the winning side. I'll think about joining you when you have a few more recruits. Say one more.
Oh, that's because we didn't get Aki. Right. Okay.
Okay, well, where do we do that at?
Well, we need to be level 40 to get Aki. So
Well,
we'll go back.
well.
Time to grind.
What about those seeds, huh? Why wouldn't we just get those seeds?
Well, so
I
now
already
saying
have the seeds.
you want to go out to the world map and collect some stuff from these enemies.
All right, hold on. I want to check for these seeds. Because I've been picking up seeds the whole time.
Have you though? You've been
Yeah.
picking up a lot of random stuff. I wasn't sure if you got seeds.
I think I got seeds.
Okay. The game, I'm sure, will tell me here, or the guide will tell me.
I mean, this right here, this place will tell me whether I'm right or not.
Yeah.
I would see. This says flower. All right.
Yeah,
I
you've
don't
been
have any
collecting
seeds.
paint, and then like a bunch of books, and world, and window settings, and sound settings. But I don't think there's been any,
All right.
seeds.
Well, we got a supply shop down here. Let's check for seeds. Nope, I'm on the wrong floor.
That's on the, that's on the floor below.
All right, here we go. Best character right here. All right, that's all we got out of her.
If she knows what you're after, she's like, oh yeah, I want to see the great dancing.
I just want to
Can
see
she join your party?
her lemon lime character portrait. It's Susan Heals My Soul. She's the living embodiment of Sprite, the actual best soda. I mean, like, if you have to drink soda, it might as well be Sprite.
I don't know. 7-Up's a pretty strong contender.
Okay, but 7-Up is really just, you know, slightly different. All right.
Oh, nice.
Where do I get these red seeds? Ask the guide.
Presumably in the next area.
In the next area. Damn it. All right. Now where do you want me to go?
All right. So now we're gonna go out into the world map in that area and start doing some random battles. It says you want to get the Master Robe dropped by the Sorcerer enemy. This is the best robe type armor in the game for certain characters.
We must be coming up on the end of the game then.
Apparently no. We're like
What's the name of this?
Just-
Lorimar. Yeah.
Or more, yeah. No, it's not that we're near the end of the game. It's that this is a rare drop off this thing. So I think getting those things is optional. That's the you want to go south. Then there's also a rare encounter with a Whip Wolf enemy, and that drops the precious Resurrection Rune.
Wow.
So you want to do that?
This area has
for a
such
while.
low... I can't even tell my Nikke story. Anyway, I think I might try it, you know? I'm
Yeah.
not really into the whole waifu card game thing anymore, but it's like a weird shooter game as well, and I do have a waifu hole in my heart right now. I don't have any waifu games.
Well, I mean,
Certainly
there is
looks unique.
There is Ronnie in Elden Ring who can get you, you know.
Everyone seems to be losing their mind over her.
Yeah, I got to a point in the game where she says some very tsundere things. It's pretty funny. She's like the funniest game in any, like the funniest character in any Elden Ring or FromSoft game.
Oh yeah, so that reminds me about FromSoft games. I was reading an article about Artorias the Abyss Walker, and apparently he's just straight up a Guts tribute the whole time. He's like a one-handed great sword user who went to a demon realm, killed them all, got cursed in the process. All of his combat tactics are all Guts references, and I'm like, wow, people really love this Guts guy, huh?
The actually all FromSoft games, like I think all the Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Sekiro, I think Bloodborne also, and Elden Ring, they all feature characters with a broken arm that works for a higher. I think someone broke it down on a post. They work for like a different power or like and they get betrayed by a demon power or something like that.
So they're all Guts. Every game.
They're all Guts references. Yeah, he's a big the creator of the FromSoft series, the Souls games. He's a big Berserk fan. Kentaro.
I couldn't get into it. Like the animation for Berserk looks awful. And it was when it was coming out when I was a kid. It was too adult for me to watch. It's just been coming out for forever. I mean, they have to have switched studios a couple of times at this point. It's been like 20 years.
Right. I mean, well, so there's the anime from I think it's the 90s.
Yeah.
And that's the one. I mean, I'd recommend if you wanted to watch any anime of Berserk, that's the one I'd recommend. I would not recommend the.
I can't watch the whole series. No.
So there's that series in the 90s, and that's sort of like one arc.
Or yeah, like running in the 90s. Portion. Exactly. I get you.
Yeah. Running in the 90s. And then there's 3 movies that came out that summarize that arc. And then after that, there's I think 1 or 2 seasons of a really rough-looking anime made recently.
Yeah, the 3D CGI shit. Yeah.
I would, if I were telling someone to get into Berserk, and they just sort of want to like dip their toes.
But what if I wanted the full Berserk story then, right? Like,
well, first of all, I mean, unfortunately, Kentaro Miura passed away, so
yeah. But I mean, if I wanted the full story up until where we're at now, like I get it. If it was all right, well, there it is from ConorHughes himself. Just read the manga.
Yeah, I mean,
now look, if this was Naruto, right? I would tell someone to skip the last 100 episodes of Naruto. I would tell them to skip the Cake Ninja arc. That's all filler for like actual years and years of filler while they waited for the author to finish writing Shippuden. And actually, he didn't finish. They just let him get far enough ahead. But there were seriously like years of filler arc.
I
had quit. I quit at fucking Cake Ninja, and then at that point, they were like, the next day they were like, "Yep, filler arc's over," and I was like, "Oh, I was just broken. I just quit, and now they're trying to pull me back in with more Sasuke bullshit. Oh, look at this cheater. He's strong. He's strong." This is the character that the furries love, but more importantly, that was the one that awoke something in several young women. That character right there. So the reason I was listening to things about Artorias is that there's a VTuber named Juniper Octius, and she was going on at length at the fuckability of Artorias. She's like, well, he's, a masked bad boy. He's got that edgy corruption to him. And I was like, I can't tell if she's joking or not. Like, is she actually into this? Like, she's like, yeah, I mean, like, if he can handle that thing one-handed, what can't he do? And I'm like, I can't tell if she's joking or not, because a lot of VTubers know that sex sells, so they just talk about boobs and butts all the time. And
incredible. I can't believe it.
Here's the thing, it's actually super rare to hear a hetero conversation from a VTuber, since most of them are just outrightly super duper gay. So I don't know, when she or actual furries like Snuffy, who recently did a Pokemon Smash or Pass that the smashes greatly outnumbered the passes, like a 90 to 10 ratio. It was disgusting, actually. Things will haunt me for the rest of my life from that stream, and I didn't even watch most of it. I just get the clip. I don't know. VTubing is definitely weird. I'm gonna be coming in and doing something a little different when I get started, like YouTube videos, since a lot of VTubers are just into live content only.
Well, I mean, you could go on at length about your new waifus in your gun butt game.
Oh, and Nikkei? I mean,
yeah.
Well, to start with, Connor, I'd like to know their names and personalities and butts, since I know nothing about them. Since the game isn't out yet. Before you accuse me of anything, sir.
I mean, what's the name of this gun butt game? I need to know.
Nikke.
Nikke.
The goddess of victory.
Well, now, I mean, I'm just gonna get the shoe brand if I get that. Let's see.
No, double K.
Double K. I did. I searched
right.
double K and I still got the.
All right, I'll get it for you. No,
I got it.
Old man Connor doesn't know how to use the internet.
You are right here, you know, grinding away at so I can. Oh wow, this looks great.
Yeah, I know. It looks pretty different from what's out there on the. You should definitely watch the trailer video, by the way.
Yeah,
but
I think I've seen the trailer video before. I don't know, or maybe it's just similar to like a lot of these, you know, like I don't know. I feel like armored core like type anime girls in like tanks type of thing.
What?
What? I thought maybe my audio had dropped out because you were
No, I just don't know what you're talking about.
I don't
know. Core girls in tanks? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
what
I did.
Game? Listen, Connor, do you have access to something that I don't? Are you and Henley part of that hentai gamer colony?
Well, look, I mean, I've seen a lot of like animes where you've got these girls, anime girls in like military.
Are you talking about girls in Panzer?
Yeah, maybe. But I've seen. I feel like there's a few of those.
Sure. I mean, like High School Fleet, of course.
Of course.
Cole. I mean, you're saying of course, but you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say high school.
Yeah, I'm absolutely saying.
It's surprisingly pretty good. So it's teenagers who live in a parallel world that's pretty much like ours, with the exception that aircraft never developed, but somehow rocketry still did. So and like any Japanese military anime, girls can get education in, you know, naval combat in high school. So they live in a port city and then they do like internships on military ships. And a virus breaks out on a ship that basically makes people like, not zombies specifically, but like super aggressive. They attack anybody that they see. But not like dumb zombies, like, oh, now that we've all been infected, we should take our ship and fight every other ship. And so that ship goes around and starts infecting all the other ships, and then it's just the one ship that's left trying to fight the virus and keep from being sunk. So there's no aircraft, right, which takes out a lot of the non-World War II ship combat and also removes, you know, like anti-air. So it's a lot of like gunnery, range finding, torpedoes, and that sort of shit. And you know, like cultural World War II things. I thought High School Fleet was actually really good. There are certainly worse girls doing military stuff that are quite bad.
I'm sure. I gotta say, your castigation of this game as being a butts focus is really a misnomer.
Castigation? Jesus, Connor.
You know, I mean, like this.
Don't put words in my mouth, especially not ones my audience isn't going to understand.
I mean, this is a fairly balanced, I'd say, fully fleshed out.
No. The combat
Characterization.
sequences, I think, when they're standing at the rail line and firing over it, and when they turn to fire over it, it's 100% a butts game.
Well, I mean, that's because, like what? Look, that's their back. I mean, what do you expect them to show you? The front at the same time? I mean,
I'm gonna regret talking about this, aren't I? I feel like this is gonna be something career-ending. Or at some point, I'm gonna end up in court for some reason, and I'm gonna listen to myself saying this exact line and go, "Oh, I was right. I never should have talked about this at all." I don't know, Connor. You're making me nervous.
I'm sorry. I apologize. This looks great.
No, it's fine. I'm trolling so hard.
I think you're gonna find lots of waifus in this game.
Are you gonna play it as well? I'm not saying you have to play it full time, but like we can play it at the start together, Connor, and share friend codes and stuff.
Is it on? I mean, my phone's old. I don't know if.
I think they were saying it will work on an iPhone 7 or equivalent Android.
Yeah, I might be on a 6.
All right.
I'll have to check. Let me check. It might be an 8 or a 6. I'm honestly not sure. I'm gonna check now.
I mean, it does look like a pretty highly technical game. You know, FGO only recently, within the last year, in America, updated to like full screen. You couldn't even use the iPhones. If you got an iPhone 10 Plus, you couldn't even use the full. Oh wow, that actually hurt a lot. I should not have free willed there. I should have just wiped them all out. Graphical power. You were capped at 30 FPS instead of 60 if you had an iPhone 10 Plus.
Boom,
and then
you are 40. You can get Iki now.
Yeah. Hold on.
And then you can get Quincy at the same time.
Okay. What was the name of the place for? Rouge.
Baton I think it's Tien.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
It's New Orleans, by the way.
That's what I said.
I mean, you said something like it, but not quite. Only people who've lived there get to talk about it.
That's true. I've never been there.
As a Baton Rouge resident, I can say New Orleans. I'm Ike, a martial arts master. I have respect only for the strong. Are you strong? Well, you are indeed. I can lend you my strength. I was waiting for someone like you. Let me join the Liberation Army. Thanks. Ike joins. Alright, the bridge is like just down below me though, right? Like it would actually be faster to just walk there? Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
That's the power of remembering how a map works. I'm so proud of myself for basic map recognition. So I don't know if you know about Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts?
Yeah, Boy Scouts.
Like, no. I mean, I was never in Boy Scouts.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's alright. So we did like a week-long thing where you had to bike out to a location deep in the woods where there was a Boy Scout camp. And then you had to do a pathfinding exercise that was like many miles. I mean, it would give you instructions on like which direction to go and what distance until you arrived, and then where to go from there. And I was successful. Many in my troop were not successful. A lot of people have no idea how to use a compass or measure distance. This was before smartphones. This was so long ago. Cell phones were the size of bricks back then. And you didn't get reception in half of America. You basically had to be in a large town or a city.
I remember those days.
If I go back to the castle, is it upgraded in size now?
I won't swear to that, but
all right, I thought you said that, but maybe not.
No, I didn't say that this time.
All right. Let me heal up and then save, and then you could tell me where I'm going next.
We're gonna go to the warrior village. If you want, you could remove that double beat rune off Iki and put it on somebody, or just have it in your inventory. That's a pretty good rune. But
Who would I put it on?
the guide is suggesting Victor, but apparently he doesn't proc the effect of double beat very often. In fact, it's better off.
Is my prosperity rune guy? He's new Gremio.
Yeah, it's better to have the prosperity rune.
Exactly. I put the prosperity rune on the characters I can't get rid of and aren't terribly useful to begin with. So Victor.
Victor's great. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
First of all, he's a bear. He's got a massive tank. You know.
Do I look like I need a tank?
I mean, no. The game's so easy.
I keep saying that all the time. I'm not sure who you're trying to convince at this point.
I mean, I'm just stating facts. An easy game.
That ninja suit. Dragon armor. Or ninja
Certainly
suit.
got enough money now. At least there's that.
Yeah, I got like 150,000 while I was farming.
Oh, that armor just took out like 1/3, like 1/6 of your money. So.
Okay, calm down. I know that you're trying to do math.
I'm really more like trying to guesstimate and estimate.
Well, if you're asking how I got from 150,000 to 100,000, that means I lost 1/3.
That's true.
33%.
But that was
I can plug my tablet in and I can show you how I did that math right there.
I think I'm
see, the thing is, I wanted to do it, but one day I'll get started on using it. I'm waiting to do Stars Rising GM prep.
Really, you should just have it plugged in all the time. That way it's at the ready.
I want to make sure that my cable management is sharp, and also that it doesn't get caught up or stepped on or any of 1,000 other things. All right, you want me to go to the warrior village? That's great, but unless I have a teleport there, I need to know where it is.
You need to go to Lorimar, and then you can go south, or you can go to Kuon.
Okay.
I'm not sure which is closer. I would just go to whichever is first in the list.
Kuon, then. Imagine, I want you to imagine this, right? That you are accounted to be one of the greatest humans who's ever lived.
Okay,
God
no problem.
himself is sending you a message. He intervenes in your life to send you a prophetic dream telling you that the One Ring is loose in the world, and that only by throwing it into the pits of Mordor can you... Wait, was this called Necrolord's Castle?
Necklord, yeah, you're not going to the right spot. This is not Warrior's Village.
Okay, but is it good leveling?
You can't go inside.
Are you sure?
What? No, I'm not sure.
It seems like
you won't
you
be able to
were
go much
wrong about
further.
that. You keep saying that. This guy's got some good musical taste, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's definitely got some a pretty sick soundtrack.
Alright, we're just gonna do like a general starting, and if they're really tough, I'm gonna have to break out the magic. No, they're not very tough. This guy's a little tougher than most. Nope.
Yeah, you got a few levels though.
Wow. Yeah.
And star earrings, nice.
This guy told me not to come here. Look at me.
I mean, you don't need to because you're gonna be
rolling
here
in this fat cash.
soon-ish. But yeah, I am surprised that you can go.
Auto recover HP. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. I was just looking for an accessory for her. Oh, ho, ho. Ho, 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 ho. All right. You see, if you say I'm coming back here, I'll leave. But if you're wrong, I'll be upset.
Oh, we're definitely coming back.
To the
The game's just gonna like have a like an optional area of Necklord's castle that you just don't go into.
Nico Lords. You go in there, it's just cats everywhere. Oh my goddamn this fool. Anyway, my story is about
and Nico wafers.
Faramir from Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Faramir gets messages from, it's undefined, but it's almost certainly God. The Song of the Iluvatar. So
Valar, I guess.
No. From the Valar's and the Maiar's creator. Yeah, Iluvatar. Literally God. I mean, Tolkien believed everything he was writing was a version of Christianity, and so in his version, Iluvatar is in fact God, Yahweh, Jesus Christ. Right. So,
he also thought our people were inherently evil because we came from from Ireland, and Ireland was an evil land.
Well, he also believed that true British culture only existed in Wales, and that the Normans had destroyed it. And you know what? Anyone east of Ireland can go fuck themselves if they have anything to say about Ireland. I've seen people who are like, yeah, all white people are slavers. And no white person has ever experienced slavery. And I'm like, yeah, tell it to Ireland, a country which has not been free for 900 fucking years. You know who was running those British warships? You know who, like... How many Irish officers do you think there were compared to the number of Irish deckmen? You know what I mean? Like, they were forced to serve on those ships.
Yeah, technically we do have, I think, Duke Wellington of the Napoleon Wars, one of the most famous British generals. He's from, I don't know if he's like, I don't think he's like ethnically.
Look,
Irish,
I'm not saying Irish people have never done anything significant in history, but Ireland is a country that has been continuously, and still is, occupied by its neighbor.
Right.
It never had anything to do with the slave trade. Listen. I'm an American first and an Irish second, and I'm proud of both, but I'm also really proud of Ireland because they've done a good job of mostly not being a piece of shit in a world that mostly has pieces of shit.
Yep, I can get behind that.
I feel like people really... It's just weird. St. Patrick's Day is like, I don't know, people just turn it into like a drinking festival. I feel like there's more to Ireland to celebrate than just drinking. Where am I supposed to be going, Connor? I thought you said to go down, but I went down and I went to the Necrolord's castle, and you told me to leave.
I think I was saying go down from Lormar Gate, so that's the dot in the center there.
All right, I'm almost there then.
Yeah, you're almost there. We've been messing around for like for a whole hour on this show.
I haven't been messing around. You told me to farm sorcerers, so I did, and I didn't get anything, but I did hit 40. Yeah. And when I hit 40, I went and got the people. All right? Tell me I'm messing around like I'm out here. This ain't no fucking Chocobo farm, okay? Let me go, Hicks. I've already made up my mind. No, you'll get eaten. That's what everyone says. Can you protect me then? Can you? Why, your sword isn't even named yet. Stupid nameless sword noob. But the others can't, I'm sure. They're always like that. Besides, all that talk of blood-sucking might just be rumors. I might even be comfortable at the castle. Better than staying in this backwater village. And now I really want to make her like, a country girl who's about to go to the city, you know what I mean? Like someone who just moved, sort of thing. She's joining high vampire society. Whoa, this guy is like, is he even in the same art style as the rest of the game?
Yeah, this guy looks so weird. I honestly still don't know what's going on with his eye. I think he has like a big old scar.
Yeah, he's got a cross scar. You can see he's got the one scar, and then he's got the second across his nose to the other side of his face.
But the eyebrow makes it look like he's just got this big old, like...
And his lips are weird. His mustache is uneven.
Yeah, he's a weird-looking character.
It looks like he's wearing a Gundam helmet rather than having hair.
Right. Yeah, his hair's weird. Then he's got a really big
Gengar,
collar.
I told you to stay in the house. You're a bad girl. What if Necklord shows up? What? Did you say Necklord? Hey, old man, did you say Necklord? Who are you people? I'm asking the questions around here. Answer me. What's the matter with you, Victor? Calm down. Are you the Liberation Army? That's right. I've seen you attack Millik's castle. I've seen this bear-like man too. Bear? I mean, don't get angry. You know, let me repeat for like the millionth time. The name Arthur means bear or strong like a bear. I know about being bears. I see the Liberation Army, then you must be Commander Tyr. I've heard about you. Will you come to my house? I'll tell you about Necklord. Please come this way. Ouch, don't pull my arm. You'll pull it out of its socket. Just come. Come on, girl. Now get back in this house right now, young lady.
Right now.
Bless you. Bless your heart. Well, butter my biscuits. This is the Warriors Village, and it's famous for the village chief's lengthy speeches. That's not something to be proud of. That flick. It's been 5 years since he took off on his coming-of-age journey. Must be some kind of record. Holy shit. Even in the forest, not just at night, during your work, praise the king. Those were the last words of the only villager who ever attacked Necklord's castle and made it back here. Must be some kind of code. Alright, so we're just genre shifting to like vampire horror now. We just decided to switch from expanding the Liberation Army and fighting the Empire to, I don't know, Frankenstein? Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Necklord is in charge of this region.
He's a general?
I think so. I mean, I guess I have to look it up, but it doesn't explicitly say it, but he is in control of this region, and this region is within the Empire.
Alright, this character is voiced by Yuki Kaji, who does most of the young man shonen hero roles in Japanese anime recently, for like the last 4 years. So we meet again. How about another game? If you win more than 5,000 bits from me, I'll tell you. Is this fucking shit gonna be like I lose all my money again?
Well, not if you guess right.
I need to win 5,000, huh? So I basically have to do the 10,000 bits.
Just watch the cup.
I lost it already.
Yeah, I think it's centered.
It's the left.
Whoa!
I lied. I actually followed it the whole time.
Incredible. He's so fast.
I mean, if you've seen me play Big Brain Academy on the Switch, you already know that I'm actually fucking expert at this.
Really?
Yeah. It has a cup game and a couple memory games, and I'm super good at them. The one I scored highest in is remembering strings of numbers backwards, which is also the highest I scored on my... I took a real IQ test. Like, they had to send people to my school type of deal IQ test, not some online quiz. They didn't have online quizzes back when I took this test. And I scored the highest in that particular category. I actually got 100% on it. I'm better at remembering strings of numbers and letters backwards than I am forwards. Maybe I just like overclock my brain, activate neuron.
In that case, you could probably just dispense with the prosperity rune and just play that game with Marco and get, you know, 9 million.
10,000 every time? No thanks. I feel like the battle would be faster, and at least I get levels out of it.
I think the way it works is you. No, I don't think I'm right actually. Yeah, no, it is faster. Just playing battles.
I'll defeat Neck Lord. His castle is southwest of here. I'll go get him. Remember how you told me to eat soups for this whole game and was only relevant in one small village in the middle of nowhere?
I mean, I wouldn't call it in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere. Whoa. What the fuck?
There's your seeds.
The Champion's
I don't know what the
Crystal.
The Champion's Crystal, I think, attracts enemies.
Wow. This guy looks like he's either a pervert or maybe he's here to teach me some street magic.
Yeah, he's just a magician. Pervert. I don't get that vibe at all.
I look at him and I'm like, oof. Someone, just put your hand over your drink when you're near him. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm getting from him. He's wearing a bow tie, ConorHughes. He's wearing a fucking bow tie.
Yeah, but it's a big, funny bow tie.
I want you to listen to me real quick, all right? You know who used to wear a bow tie? Is a man named, he's the Schwann's food heir. He's the guy on Fox News that does the talk show every night. Tyler Durden. No. How do I not remember this guy's name right now when I'm about to give the talk about him?
Tucker Carlson?
Tucker Carlson used to wear a bow tie every day of his life. And then he had a interview with Jon Stewart. You know Jon Stewart? From The Daily Show?
I know Jon Stewart. Yeah, I remember this interview. I remember
Jon Stewart burned him so fucking badly for wearing the bow tie in the interview that within 2 weeks, Tucker Carlson had stopped wearing them forever. And he never wore one again. I'll always remember that as the moment where when you meet someone who's a real piece of shit, if you just call them out and you savage them hard enough, they will partially change their ways in a degree that doesn't matter in the greater scheme of things in terms of good and evil, but is really funny.
That is true. Yeah, it was good to savage people as much.
Rocked for wearing a bow tie. And you know what? I'll be honest. I'm not a big bow tie fan. I would rather wear a cravat. Cravat is the comfortable neckwear of gentlemen. A tie implies that you're wearing a suit, and suits aren't super comfortable to begin with. Every time I see somebody running in a suit, I'm like, wow, holy shit. The
I don't know. I mean, I think if you
is the gentleman's necktie, all right?
A cravat does not look that great, to be honest. I think, unless there are certain places where it could look good, but
what?
I mean, I like a bow tie. I like a nice bow tie.
You're putting a bow tie above a cravat. So for the folks at home, a cravat is just like a tie or like a silk scarf, something like that, that goes through a cravat holder, which is essentially just like something you put the tail ends of the thing through. So
yeah,
it's very loose and comfortable and easy while still looking professional, and allows you to swap up. You know, like you can put anything through that cravat holder, right? So the cravat itself provides you with your personal brand while still allowing you to swap things around and, you know, keep it lighthearted and fun. All right, let's go get the seed guy, Zen.
I don't think you have to do that yet. I don't
think I'm already there.
All right.
Whoa, I'm halfway there. Whoa, wanna get this rare item from this guy who's a sorcerer. Oh, I'm now seeing that the sorcerer is like undeadish now. Yeah.
Yes.
At first I thought he was just wearing a mask, but in fact he's probably a vampire servant.
So this Necklord is in fact a governor of the empire. So he's not like
I see.
This is a region.
It's
so
really
like
questionable
Sylvania.
Why the emperor allowed this to happen then.
Well, yes, that's precisely the reason why you're rebelling. It's a bit like
I mean,
Sylvania and Warhammer, you know, like It's just like low key run by a vampire. Like people don't really like popularly know it. You know, it's just sort of.
Okay, so her luck stat is actually unbelievably good, and her skill is also quite high. It's actually the highest in my whole party. I don't know what skill does though, but her attack is pretty low. I haven't leveled her weapon though, so
the double beat rune actually might work pretty well on her.
Yeah, but I want her to have magic so that when I fight a boss, I can just unload. I want my whole party to just listen. I want it to be like this boss is like, hey, what's up? It's me. I'm Omega Weapon, the hardest boss in the whole game, and I want to just evaporate him.
Yeah, you can pretty much get that kind of power, especially if you get all the blacksmiths.
Now join me. I can't move. So now I'm a member of your party.
There you go.
We got a Zen gardener now. He's going up on the roof where we're setting up a garden on the roof. The roof garden.
It's a great place for it.
I mean, where else are you going to put a roof garden? On the first
well, you do
floor?
have some balconies.
It's true.
You know, I mean, this game basically, is the forerunner for hydroponic gardens.
I don't think so.
You know, vertical gardens, vertical architecture gardens.
That's not even close to being true. The floor runner, forget about it. All right, where is the good blacksmith?
Warrior Village? The good blacksmith. I mean, you're gonna get the next one at Warrior's Village.
Oh, they're here.
They're here.
Ara?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
so if you go to the blacksmith shop, or maybe it's the armor shop, there will be a.
Is there? Ara?
Yes.
Ara. I know, I have to do the male version. Yare daze. Then you have to nod and make an impressed sounding grunt noise. He's always trying to be a big shot, but I happen to know that he's engraved my name on his sword. Wow, they're really big on naming swords around here, huh?
Yep. It's a thing.
What do you got? Oh,
snap.
Why can't anyone wear this?
I don't know, that's weird. I guess you don't have any heavy people. You don't have any, like, knights.
The Cape of Darkness. Oh, thanks.
No, I'm good.
It sounds bad. Oh, whoops.
I mean, this is a sunny region, so, you know, you should wrap yourself in black. You're going to just be accumulating all that heat all day.
Yeah, but I do like wearing all black. It's a status thing. You know, like some people wear suits. You told me that I was going to get a blacksmith here. Is there
in the house in the northeast part of town, you will find a blacksmith.
Northeast part of town.
Did you check that house? Yep, see?
What is it? The sword is the warrior's most prized possession. In this village, we have a tradition of engraving the name of our most beloved on the sword. I mean, obviously this young man's going to engrave the young woman's name, Tengar, on his sword. I mean, come on. This is some classic plots here. Give me some twists. He actually engraves Necklord's name on the sword. They fall in love and have a illicit vampire romance. Howdy, got some work? Liberation Army. The Empire certainly is going down the drain. But a blacksmith is a blacksmith. I heard Mose joined up. What?
I think he might have joined. I don't know, this is weird. It should give you the noise effect. Right?
Don't ask me.
I
have Mose. I have them all. This is the last one, I think. I got two of them and they're dead.
I don't think you have Mose.
You don't think I have Mose?
Yeah. I think Mose. Yeah, I think when you went to the blacksmith in your castle, I didn't see him there.
All right.
But maybe you need to recruit him. Maybe you need to go back to the secret factory and recruit him. But check to see if he's in your base.
All right.
That'd be weird though. I thought he joined automatically.
In the secret tunnel through the mountains. All right, which floor is that on? Top floor? Second to top floor?
I think it's gonna be the third.
If you're wrong, I won't blame you or hold this against you in any way like I normally do.
No, it's the second.
What's up? Looking for a game? Not even slightly. No! No!
Don't
No!
listen to the
No! I
rules.
wanted to quit!
What did you do?
No! I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm not even fucking paying attention.
All you had to do is press like B.
Zen is here though.
Yeah, Zen's chilling.
I don't fucking know.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Hello.
Sorry for jumping in there like that. I saw you streaming. I was like, oh, I wonder what that is. Accidentally clicked on it. Popped in. And I was like, oh no, I shouldn't be here. He's probably streaming this on Twitch.
No, but I am
Popped out.
recording this.
Oh,
Now you're in the
all right.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Say hi, YouTube. I would listen. It's not...
Oh, okay.
The ancient hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
I don't know if you know this, but this is how videos get made, actually. We do things.
I'm not aware. I've never been part of the process, so
This guy's full
Now
of
you're in it. You're
He's
in it.
lying
So
because he's in the Warhammer group.
I don't
I'm
believe in
listening.
processes, but you're in one. You know.
good old
Wow.
Pirates of the
Okay.
Caribbean reference.
Yeah.
Jesus, Connor.
I'll stumble my way through these references one way or another.
You know, someone was telling me recently, they're like, Arthur, you're an incomprehensible mess of references. No one ever gets any of your references. And I was deeply offended.
I get
That's
some.
rude.
Isn't one of these guys? Yeah, this is Moe's right here.
Yeah, that's Moe's. No, I didn't see him before. He looked pretty orange on my screen. I thought he was pretty red. Are you missing somebody?
I don't know. You tell me, man. You're the guy with the fucking guide.
Well, you should be able to get Moose to join. So with Moss, Mies, and Most in your you have to bring Moss, Mies, and Most to in your party.
All right, that's fine. Isn't that the secret 4-person attack combo? Is having the 4 blacksmiths unlocks an area-wide unite?
Well, actually, you need to have. So you'd have to have 4 of them in your party, not just 3.
Well, who's the 4th?
There's Moose, and then also there's another one after him. You can see there's 2 missing spots there.
What even is this game?
Suikoden.
Okay. I have no idea what that is.
Well,
It's a 90s RPG.
You can find out more by watching it in my YouTube series of playlists.
Don't worry, I'll definitely watch it.
I don't know if you should watch it.
Game.
Where's Sanchez? Son of a bitch. Alright. Changing party members.
I'll just be right back. 1 second.
Alright, that's fine. I'm just kicking people out of my party because I'm a boss. I only have 3 people to kick out. Well. Moe's. Losers, Moss. The Mies. This guy is incredibly bad at naming his children. Teleport to Warriors Village.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, Moose has joined.
Nice.
I mean, now I have to go back out and switch party members again. But,
Yes, that's pretty obnoxious.
I mean, I have at all level 11s. Sorry, all level 12s and one level 11 swordsman. So, oh yeah, that reminds me. Oh, he's not even in the party. I was gonna say, how strong is Camille actually?
Well, now that you have Moose, you can get your weapons up to level 15.
Yeah, but I'm out of money because I leveled everybody to 12.
Ah, okay.
Sorry, Connor, I'm blowing through this fat stacks.
Yep.
I'm sorry I won't be at the complete most optimal level possible.
Hardly necessary.
Oh, but
your apology is accepted.
It is necessary.
And there's another level after that, so I guess it probably goes up to 18, I'd guess. I mean, you could try and bring Flick for some unique Flick dialogue.
Is that real?
I mean, it is literally true, but don't let me oversell it. I think it's a one-off dialogue.
That's fine. We'll skip him then because I don't like him. He's a loser.
You don't like Flick? Flick's great.
Flick is a loser.
You could also, if you bring Flick and then the two new generals that you got after from Teo's army.
Oh my god. Hold on a sec. His fucking sword is named Odessa, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Because the people in his village they name their swords after their most beloved.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
So now we know, I mean, it was always assumed to be the case, but now we know he's a simp.
Yeah, he's definitely...
He's a huge simp, and his whole culture is simp culture. Who's the last person oh, it's Ruby, the elf archer.
It's funny that he's
What a bottom
simp,
tier
but
culture.
Yeah. Well, they're the warriors' village, so it's actually a little surprising that they're a village full of simps.
That's a class F culture right there.
I mean, these people would disagree with you, but...
They also have the worst song in their village. It's like the worst, my least favorite soundtrack song.
Wow. ConorHughes.
One thing after another.
We've seen a lot of villages destroyed in this game, but Connor wants to just bury this one.
I mean, look, I'm just saying I wouldn't miss it, you know. Although I do like the architecture.
The rustic architecture.
Yeah, it's
here?
kind of like you know.
I mean, I'm not opposed to the log cabin look, but the witch hat straw. First off, how does that even work? And second off, it looks awful. I assume they would have to build a really severe framework on the inside to support that. And if you're doing that, why not just make the roof like an A-frame or something? It would probably be less effort, more wood, but they got plenty of wood just sitting around. They live in a forest.
Yep, it's true. But the interiors are very like, you know, very Swedish.
Wood paneled.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. ConorHughes, he's into wood paneling.
This it's not paneling; it's actual wood.
How about those floor tiles? Wood
That's
doesn't
wood.
look like that if it's not cut specifically.
Yeah, you gotta cut. You can cut specifically. I mean, I had growing up, my house had like a floor like that. I forget what it's called.
Hardwood?
No, this is like a tiling.
Oh. I'm in it.
Like when you make patterns, inlays or something.
Sometime.
Wood.
Yeah, wood inlay, I guess.
You heard it here first, folks. If you're wondering why all of the houses in rural Pennsylvania look like they do, it's because of ConorHughes' obsession with hardwood houses.
In issue 5, there is in fact that kind of wood inlay in the floor in one of the mansions.
I'd ask how you know that, but you drew it, so...
Yeah, I drew it because I had to make it. Yeah. So.
Hicks is so unreliable. Say, will you protect me instead? Oh god, it never even clicked for me that his name is literally Hick. You people, the Liberation Army can defeat him, right? No. Like the traditional Southerner is this guy. It was about 3 months ago. A man named Necklord came here as a general of the local Imperial troops. With frightening magical powers, he turned his men into zombies and skeletons. Why, though? Wouldn't that make them less effective fighting forces?
But more obedient.
Are they more obedient than
for sure.
a thinking human?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, sure, you're making huge savings on like food and clothing and shelter, right? But what about independent action and like compassion and valor? You're just getting a bunch of skeletons standing around rotting. I mean, there's a morale issue as well, right? Like, is your whole army skeletons? What about like a command staff, right? They're still human, right? But now they're sitting here thinking, well, I could be a skeleton any day now, you know? You think they want someone to serve them tea who's their, former aide-de-camp, now rotting zombie? I don't think so. It's too complicated. Never zombify your army, all right?
I think it's actually very simple. When they're all dead,
zombify your enemy's army.
They do what you want.
Wow. I mean, well, it's a question of the powers of the necromancer, of course,
Right.
So that's why there were so many graves at the fortress of Lorimar. He then began threatening the local villages with his own. I fucking lost the voice, never mind. Sent Tengar to the castle? No way. Oh, there we go. I need to do a little voice cracking for this kid. That's just like him. The other villages gave in to his demands and delivered women, but not us. This is the warriors' village. Once we were... Oh my god! Oh my god! Uh-oh. Here it begins. This village was founded by Clift the Crusader following the final battle, and we are his descendants. This village has traditionally been defended by the village chiefs, but the peace was not always guaranteed. There were 5 days of... Connor, somehow I knew this would be a skippable moment. It was a context clue.
Somehow.
And that is how I came to be village chief after my predecessor, Karak. Ah, Karak, yes, I know him well. A student of the Slayers. Yeah. I had a hell of a time. The sun has set. He sure likes to talk. Have you finished your story, old man? You want to hear more? I have another good story. So anyway... No, that's quite enough, thanks. I'm gonna go get some rest. I have a room all prepared. Get plenty of rest. Perhaps I could tell you the story tomorrow. No, I mean the vampire is obviously gonna attack us in the middle of the night. I've played this game before. Victor and Cleo have already retired. I'll show you to your room, Commander Tier. Or would you prefer to talk through the night? Just us girls. That person talking to Hicks right now, that's Cleo, right? No, I'm not interested or anything. Just passing by, that's all. I'm not jealous. Oh, I can't leave to follow her, huh? This isn't a Tifa moment. Tifa Eris. All right, wow. They're really just gonna railroad me like that.
Yep.
What is it? My ears are pretty beat up right now. I'm sorry, Cleo. Cleo? Yes? Why do you fight when you're a woman? Oh my god. Connor fucking Hughes. This is your #1 game of all time.
Well, just because what? You think I'm a fan of Necklord zombifying his army? Sometimes
I'm a fan of Necklord zombifying his army, but...
Look, this game is very telling as to your personality and what you believe in, alright?
Yeah, Connor, that's what I'm saying. Women don't fight in the Warriors Village. Why do I fight? There's no reason why women shouldn't. Just like men, women have things they want to protect. Don't you have something you want to protect? Sure, but I'm weak. You're right. If you're weak, there's no sense in fighting. No point in getting killed. But... Hicks. You'll never be as strong as long as you consider yourself weak. If you think you're strong, you will be. Now take this sword and this bow, go kill Necklord, okay, kid? Get out of here.
I would like to point out real quick that the entire narrative of Connor's beliefs have just been flipped on us.
I don't think so.
Well, your protagonist is just like, oh yeah, no, women should fight. So that point flipped on its head.
I don't.
Yeah, exactly. This guy tries to say something about how she shouldn't necessarily be fighting, and then she basically like schools him on the question.
Yeah, exactly, Connor. He never
So
should have
that-
thought that in the first place. There's Cleos all throughout the world, all right? They're in the United States Marine Corps, okay?
That's true.
And other Marine Corps, you know. It's a big world, and we only comprise... Americans are only about 5% of it, so...
But
a lot
probably
of Marines around the world.
maybe
Whoa!
60% of the world military.
Alright. Victor's about to tell us about how he used to be best friends with Necklord before Necklord became evil. Yep, he is! He literally is! Wow, Connor. Listen. The story of this game is so predictable. It's the thing, Connor.
You know what? I don't.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I'll say. Let me put it another way that makes it sound less bad. It foreshadows heavily, some would say clumsily, all of its future plot developments. How about that? You're never surprised by a Deus Ex Machina.
That's also called setting up.
Yeah, it's this whole game is set up.
It's a setup.
Tear, I can't seem to sleep. I finally found Necklord. Necklord isn't human. He misused a rune and became a vampire. He destroyed the village where I was born. When I returned to my village, I saw members of my own family who were turned into zombies by him, eating each other. Well, you gotta start by asking the question, if you're going to make zombies, why would they eat each other? Listen, I'm telling you, Connor, this guy is bad at army management. Imagine creating an army where half the army starts eating each other, and then they keep eating each other until there's just one zombie left, right? Humans aren't going to do that.
I think you're assuming that once they're eating each other, they now become defunct. But in fact, the eating of each other actually makes them a more deadly disease. And
you're literally making this up as you're going.
Morale check.
This fucking
Morale
Nurglite
checking.
here.
My
Yeah.
God.
Get out of here, Nurgle.
I'm waiting on some patches. I gotta get back into that game.
They just did the first huge patch. Corrin didn't get any changes. Nurgle got some huge buffs to speed. Grand Cathay got massive buffs because it was the most underplayed.
I sort of want them to fix like the chaos wastes, or chaos realm mechanics.
They did. They made a bunch of changes to it.
Oh, okay.
Oh
I'll check it.
yeah,
Maybe you should read the patch notes. How about that?
I should.
Yeah,
I should.
yeah.
I should too. I haven't read the recent ones.
Well, I just summarized about half of it for you guys, but sure.
Thanks. I'll read it anyway, and then give a different opinion that totally contradicts yours.
Because I totally I saved before going to the Zeech realm, and then immediately darted towards the destination, and then the chaos, the demons of chaos beat me to the exit. It's just like what the heck.
I mean, the Zinch realm is really tough. It's pretty much the hardest one.
Yeah, that's why I did it first.
I mean, if you want to beat the Zinch realm, you pretty much have to go in turn 1 before anybody else. For our multiplayer game, I'm probably gonna do that next time around. Because I was first in on Corrin, and I was the first out. I got the first rune in the whole game. Made me feel good. Good morning, everyone. Necklord, what do you want? I came to get your daughter, of course. It should be obvious. After all, she's your daughter. I'm taking her to school. Around here, we're offering a new complimentary going to school service so that the children don't feel frightened. I won't let you have Tengar. That's right. Besides, why are you here in broad daylight when you're a vampire? Have you no shame? Let me guess. The Black Rune. Shame? What are you talking about? I became a vampire by using a rune. So I happen to be a well-bred vampire. I'm polite and affable. Besides, this sunlight is no big deal. It does make me a little bit sleepy, though. Leave us now, or I'll show you the power of the warrior's village. Our swords have our girlfriend's name. Oh, we're dead. So I have seen. I suppose that is about the best the humans can do. Damn you, Necklord. I've got you now. Prepare to die. Victor! Oh. Maybe I should have saved. Just kidding. I'm gonna fucking annihilate this dude. No. Is hell the single target? Oh.
It might be.
No, it's not. It's not.
I think it is. I think that's the one that actually does damage.
Alright. I guess we'll see. I got enough overwhelming firepower here to mess around for a little bit. Ooh, level 4 Earth ability, huh?
Yeah.
It's time for Hell on Earth. Watch him get healed by this. It didn't do anything to him. Great. Okay, none of this is doing any damage. Connor, you could just tell me I can't possibly win this battle. Rather than me going all out. I could just, run or something. Or
I thought you were saying that everything was telegraphed in this game.
Yeah, I thought you said that you were gonna totally wreck this
the
guy.
Story. Listen. In any normal world, I would be destroying this man if he wasn't a godless heathen.
Maybe it's got some unique dialogue options depending on how much damage you do, huh?
I doubt it. It would be awesome if that was true, though.
1 second, be right back.
I wonder what that does. I guess now is the best time to learn. Well, oh, what is this? What's happening here? I don't really know what that did, but I guess we'll see if it lowers the amount of damage I take. Roasted the tree.
Sorry, I'm back.
Look, all I'm saying is, right now I need my Zanmatsu moment, I need to summon Yojimbo and have him use the Zanmatsu to win instantly.
Yojimbo as in Usagi Yojimbo? Or Yojimbo the movie star?
You haven't played Final Fantasy 10, 11, 12, or 14, I'm guessing.
Played 10? I don't remember anything about Yojimbo.
You don't remember well, he was one of the secret summons. So.
Okay, yeah. No, I didn't
so when
like
he was
game.
an Aeon that when you summoned him, you had to pay him money every time he attacked. And he had 4 different attacks, and if he didn't like the amount of money you gave him, he would send his dog to attack. And then he so throughout the Final Fantasy series, he gathers up all the famous swords. So in 8, Odin gets wrecked by Yojimbo. Like, Odin is the dude that shows up at the beginning of a battle to automatically win it by cutting the enemy in half. But he doesn't work on bosses. Yojimbo does work on bosses, and he kills Odin by slicing him in half and then taking his sword.
Huh.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking sweet, actually. It's one of the coolest cutscenes. I was gonna say Kai didn't take any damage, but that's true because he literally didn't take any damage. So I don't know what Copperflesh does. Voice of the Earth. What's that status condition anyway?
Poison.
Oh, I see.
So if you're not doing any damage, I'm not sure there's much point in using your resources.
Wow, I'm just gonna go sleep after this, right?
Maybe.
Am I just supposed to die here, Connor? It's okay to tell me.
Yeah, you're just supposed to die.
I don't know if like I have to last 10 turns or something. That's a Fate Grand Order thing. There's several battles you have to survive a certain number of turns before automatically losing.
I can check, but I don't think you can live through this.
Okay, well, let's just keep getting on then. I feel sad.
Just
What do
let
you mean
him
you're gonna
deplete
check?
all
You
your-
literally are the one with the guide open.
Well, I didn't have it like
My
open this second.
God.
It's just let him just deplete all your characters' HP, and the story will continue. It said. A very sober version of that.
Kai didn't take any damage. That's what it does.
Yeah, copper flesh it protects.
Interesting. I don't know what that just did.
I think copper flesh protects against like spells specifically.
Get wrecked. This is a boss we could hit. He would already be dead. That's all I'm saying. He's trying real hard. I think I got him.
Yeah,
on
you're
the
lasting
ropes,
a long time. Not quite as long as my Nurgle army would last against your weak sauce corn army, but you know, lasting.
You wouldn't like me when I'm playing corn, dude.
I probably wouldn't, honestly. Corn's way better. I like Nurgle. I thought that was fun. It was fun first campaign.
I mean, the Nurgle army just got a bunch of speed boosts so that they're a lot more competitive. So
Yeah. No, that'll
Kai's
help. 'Cause
still
they're
holding
basically
on.
like, yeah, Kai's
Literally the greatest hero of all time. Goodness, how famous I've become. It's a tough life. Well, are you satisfied now? Please give me your daughter. She will have the honor of becoming my 70th bride. I like that he stops to ask permission, though. You know, a lot of bad guys, they don't ask. They don't look for the consent before doing their evil plans. Just you wait. We won't let you take Tengar. Look, he even asks. Please get out of the way. Or would you like to die? No? Then you leave me no choice. Wait. Please step aside, Hicks. What are you doing? I'll protect. Thank you, Hicks, but I can't let you die. Get out of my way, Hicks. Then she pulls out her sword with Hicks's name on the blade and one-shots this dude. We skipped the whole plot line. I like your style, young lady. Blah. If I go with you, do you promise not to harm the villagers? I mean, Jesus, lady. They're fucking dead. Look at them. They're lying on the ground around you. Could be zombies in about 10 minutes. Look at this one zombie who's just vibing, man. The other's like, and that dude's like, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Of course, you have my word. Tengar, I swear I'll come and rescue you. I'll be waiting for you, Hicks. Shall we be on our way, my pretty bride? I mean, imagine having 70 wives, though, right? Like, let's not even talk about marital issues. First off, you gotta look for rooms. I assume they're all living, so you have to feed and clothe and keep them warm, right? And then there's the interpersonal harem relationship between them. This is too tough. It's too tough. It's just too tough.
I don't think that they're
social
concurrent. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, every social issue just comes to one damn thing, and that's logistics. If you could make it work with 70 wives just because you had enough rooms, enough food, I think it could go, you know?
Yeah, but we're talking a huge logistical issue. And then, I'm assuming during your vows, you swear to keep them all happy, right? 70 different women, you have to keep all of them happy at the same time? It could be possible.
I think the main thing you'd have to figure out is how to get them to make each other happy.
No. Yeah. But listen, you take a random sampling of 70 people, you're gonna get at least one who wants to be the number one in your life, right? That will push everyone else aside. And don't get me wrong, I'd be having the same conversation if it was husbands instead of wives. Because you're always gonna get that one person who's like, no. The rest of the 69 other losers, forget about them. It's about me. I'm your number one. And probably in a sample size of 70, you're going to get more than one. And that's when the real problems begin. All right? I'm just saying a random...
Mm-hmm.
No. You go ahead.
I'm just saying, if you give each of them the impression that they're number one, then, but otherwise you got to let them create their own.
I see. ConorHughes, friends, this is actually a discussion on philosophy now. ConorHughes is a believer that seeming is being. So rather than being is being, Connor is seeming as being, which I think is pretty apt as a visual media comic book artist.
The impression is the reality, right?
No, it's not.
In the case of this Necklord vampire harem, I don't think the wives are concurrent. I mean, you don't see them.
All I'm saying, Connor, is if you've dated 70 women and at least 2 of them have been, what do they call it? Class A clingers, right? Think of the last 70 people you've dated. If any 2 of them will conflict with each other, you've got a problem in your 70-person harem as a vampire necklord. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Random sample pool of people, you got a problem. 70's too many. It's too many.
Well, I mean, just think about how like an office is being managed. I mean, an office is going to be composed of, say, more than 70 people, and there you let interpersonal.
Wait, how many offices have you been in?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
A lot of offices have way less than 70 people. You're talking about 5 to 10 person for most offices, the majority. Now, if you're talking like an office building that all works for one company, sure, maybe more than 70.
I mean, you saw his castle, right? You saw his castle. It's like an office building.
I don't know how to judge distance and size in this game. There's been some absurdities. That bridge that stretches across 2 continents, I crossed it in about 50 steps, and there have been castles that look like they're the size of pea houses that are so massive it took me like 20 levels to get to the bottom of them in the Dwarven Vault. So yeah, this game is not to scale, Connor. It's not to scale.
Well, I can tell you Necklord's castle is quite large.
All right.
You'll see.
That's fine. I'll kill my way through it. Have you come to your senses, Tyr? He was right in front of us and we were powerless. We need a special weapon to beat him. Most ordinary weapons are useless against vampires, especially runic vampires. Fortunately, this is the warrior village and they make swords here that are anti-vampiric. We just didn't use one because... A special weapon against vampires? I don't know about that. Wait, perhaps that place. What do you have in mind? I'm sending you to Helsing Village. Yes, west of this village is the Temple of Kulon. This particular temple was founded many years ago by a certain priest named Kulon. Pull your tail out. Just tell us what we need to know. Yes, of course. This Kulon temple is supposed to hide a secret. Boy, that really tells us a lot. I'm gonna use the power of teleportation to solve this problem, Connor.
You might want to save first, though.
Save first. All right. I'm gonna save first and then use the power of teleportation to solve this problem.
No, you
I'm
could have
pretty
saved
big,
at the
I'm
end
doing
there.
it at the castle though. That way, if I get destroyed, I can switch party members to people who are more useful.
That's true.
I'm just kidding. These are actually my strongest party members by far. Camille, maybe not, but it looks like she was strong. Observationally, she appeared to be quite powerful.
It's definitely high in luck and skill.
But what does skill do? What does that stat control? No one can tell me. The guy with the literal guide can't tell me.
The guy doesn't know.
The guide doesn't know. Well, I mean, what are you
He was
going to
talking
do
about
then?
the double beat rune, and he wasn't sure about what creates the proc for the double beat
Maybe
rune.
we need a
if it
better
wasn't
guide.
luck or if it was skill. That is true. I mean, I could find one that isn't quite so user friendly. This one's like nice with pictures and stuff.
Listen, bro. Do you remember the power of game facts?
Yes, I do, but those are all just like purely text based, and I don't want to read through.
Oh my god, they were the
this
best
guide.
though, man.
They were good.
People
yeah,
used to use ASCII characters to create maps. That's all I'm
yeah,
saying.
the ASCII art was fantastic,
My god.
and like
People
you'd have,
really
like, this
put
big
in the
ol'-
effort. Yeah.
The big old like the first picture that you got would be like a ASCII version of like the actual title, and it looks
Yes.
fantastic.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
late 80s, early 90s to late 90s was incredible for video game guides. Sure, we
so
had to live
detailed.
through Mew rumors on Pokemon, but we also got some incredible shit on the internet. Oh my fucking god. So somebody added me to a text message group randomly that's like trying to scam me, right? And everyone now is acting like a fucking idiot. They're all texting each other, you stop texting. Do I have to just block this entire list of numbers?
Yes, that's the answer.
That's fine. It's just a room full of idiots all telling each other to stop. It's pretty much what I assume out of a normal human conversation, really.
Well, that's just depressing.
I have really low expectations nowadays.
Actually, I found there's a new version of a guide on GameFAQ. I just checked it now, and it actually looks pretty good.
Dude, GameFAQs is still bumping.
Yeah.
They still update.
I don't like GameSpot, you know?
I think IGN normally has pretty good sanitized guides. They're normally not complete, but I was expecting your arrival, Starmaster. Starmaster? What's that? Do you know Tyr? Of course. Master Tyr is the destined leader of the 108 stars of heaven and earth. 108 stars? Cleo, this priest is... See, here's the thing. We already know Victor's a fucking idiot. There's literally a giant tablet with the 108 stars in our base. He has to walk by it to get breakfast.
But
This game is
never looked at it or read
nonsense. Victor's walking by, looks at his name with the star name on it, and just goes, "Yep, I never seen this before." Victor. Victor, you were born under the star of heavenly loneliness, and Cleo under the star of heavenly fulfillment. You were all born under the stars of the 108 stars, as was myself. We are all destined to gather together, once again, under Master Tyr's sign, the star of heavenly guidance. That's enough babbling, old man. Now listen to what we have to say. I already know. You've come to find out how to destroy Necrolord, the vampire, correct? Oh shit, he does know! Then you know a way? No, I do not. Please leave. You're doomed. What if he said that? What would you do? Oh wow, this really obvious gate back here. Oh shit. This is the entrance to the cave of the past. What you are looking for is in there. Victor, it was inside you the whole time. the knowledge needed to defeat Necklord. The cave merely helped you remember what you already knew. If you knew we were coming, why didn't you make preparations? He just like pulls out a couple bear claws, like a tray with coffee on it. He's like, but I did, Victor. I was just waiting for you to ask the question.
That'd be pretty good.
I think I'm gonna do that for a divination wizard in the future in 5e.
Yes.
I already know what you're going to say. Master Tyr, much awaits you in the cave. You must be ready to accept it all. Please go in and be sure to watch yourselves. Master Tyr, while you are within, you must protect your neck. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill.
Crying over here. I'm crying.
That'd be pretty cash money.
Listen, there's a lot you can do with Wu-Tang Clan. That's all I'm saying.
It's
All
so
right?
quotable.
They ain't nothing to fuck with. All right. We might have to stop here, Connor. I mean, I'm
I was gonna
guessing
say this might be a good time.
this is a save. Yeah, it does feel like a good one. Yeah.
Get some tough enemies.
Tough enemies. What are you talking about, Connor?
These are pretty tough. Yeah, I mean you're
You
not absolutely wiping them out.
barely survived 2 turns with me. What are you? Jesus. These are pretty tough, guys.
Well, I mean for this game, these guys are tough.
For this game. God, I'm gonna be level 99. Connor's gonna be like, all right, Arthur, you're coming up on a pretty tough boss. He does like 100 damage a hit.
I definitely
Could be a
overleveled
tough
when
one.
I beat the boss.
Could be a real rough fight here.
But getting your weapons up to level 18 on all your characters is a nightmare.
Yeah, well, we'll work on it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about closing thoughts. Gutfelden, we'll start with you because you joined unexpectedly. Now it's time to, what were your closing thoughts on today's session?
It was entertaining to listen to. I'll say
Okay.
that. The ramblings were pretty good. I like that. And I think this is a good example of like the beginning of classic '90s JRPGs in that sense. There's a few video games I've played when I was just a little lad, where it just reminded me a lot of that. Just like I think there's a Lord of the Rings game that had turn-based combat that was just like this. I can't remember.
Maybe you're thinking of Shining Force?
Nope, it was a Lord of the Rings game.
Lord of the
It was
Rings
on the
game? Yeah.
Xbox, so it had much better graphics.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say yeah, because I think the only Lord of the Rings game that was pre Xbox was on SNES, and it was kind of like this top-down walk-around adventure type of thing that had weird graphics.
It was more like the combat was specifically just like that.
Oh yeah, it was turn-based.
Turn-based, and it had that kind of third-person-ish, like off to the side angled view,
Oh,
and it would do the animations in order, all that.
Okay. Connor, closing thoughts?
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money.
Oh,
Dollar,
you
dollar
can't
bills, y'all.
just. All right,
I can't? I thought I could make it
based.
work.
No, you can make it work, but I need the
Yeah.
non-Wu-Tang version now. Closing thought.
I don't know what the non-Wu-Tang I only know
God,
Wu-Tang.
you. That's the most ConorHughes thing I've ever heard right there. I only know Wu-Tang. Listen to this Jersey boy right here. Motherfucker, please. Oh, all right. My closing thought is I have to go fight my cat now.
And look up gun butt waifus.
You mean Nike, the goddesses of victory?
Yes, that's right. That's what I was referring to.
Just remember, anyone who watches the trailer video for it, Connor is convinced that the game is not about butts, or is about butts. Whatever, I forget what Connor's stance is.
I said it was balanced.
Whatever Connor's stance is, I have the opposite stance.
Gotcha.
No surprise to anybody.
Good to know. Good to know.
All I think the trailer reveals a balanced exposure of these characters. You know,
I'll
you're
tell you.
seeing
No, I
all
got it.
sides.
I have it for you guys. Here's my closing thought.
Mm.
Connor said something during today's episode that shocked me because not only is he an adult and an artist, but the language he used was so unlike what I normally associate. See, I would have referred to it as like bust or booba or boobs or breast, but Connor calls them tits, which makes me know that Connor's a little bit more R18 than he gives off. When he was like, you're more of a tits guy, I was like, so Connor, I see. Could not bust or, yeah. Connor Hughes. We learned so much about you with every episode.
No comment on my R rating status.
I found the video game.
Yeah.
It's Lord of the Rings: The Third Age.
Okay.
I do like The Third Age. It's my second favorite of all ages.
As opposed to the Second Age.
No. I like the current age. Lord of the Rings takes place on Earth, so we're in the fourth age, right? Right now?
Sure.
I think so.
I haven't
I think
been
that's how
keeping up to
Tolkien
date.
wrote it. Yeah, you haven't been keeping up to date. Well, for one thing, the guy keeping you up to date has been dead for a couple decades, so could be tough.
That's why.
Yeah, could be tough.
That would explain it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get back to my stew that I'm cooking. Please let me know if you need any help regarding that monstrosity that I sent you earlier.
No, don't talk about it. I don't want anybody to be spoiled about it.
It's okay. It's okay. That's why I'm being super vague about it.
All right, cool. All right, I'm ending the recording here. Have a good time zone.